Okay, so who else do we have? We have anyway, Dr. Susan Carlson, so she's the one with preterm birth. We can also go over and take a look. Do we have appetizers yet or just drinks? Oh, we can go look at, oh, they're walking around with them right now. So we can try those. I wish you guys were here to try them in person. I almost feel bad eating in front of you because it's not very nice, especially RDs are in it for the food. And oh, okay, we got something with shrimp on it here. Is this a bacon wrapped scallop maybe on shrimp? Okay, she nodded. Should I eat it on the camera? Okay, not going to be pretty. Thumbs up. So while I'm chewing, I'll let Andrea say hi to you guys. A lot of you guys know Andrea.
Oh, hi. Hi. This is very weird. I'm not used to this at all. You're a much better, natural host, I think. But hi, Laura. Hi, Mandy. I'm not seeing, I don't know who the other person is. I can't see. But, oh. Well, I see a lot of people. I'm really excited.
Melissa Joy.
Yep. Oh, Melissa Joy Dobbins. Hi. And Lindsay Joe. Hi. Love that a lot of RDs have joined us this week, and it's really exciting, or today, and really exciting to kind of be able to offer this. So in the past, when it was only in person, it was hard for RDs to come out, and I think it's really important to get that kind of high-level nutrition science and what's the latest in nutrition science from the past year out. And talking about how to address those communication issues with clients and with your audiences. I think we appreciate everything you do.
Yes, we love dietitians. I'm not partial, but I actually talked to Linda the other day and was asking her, maybe next year we could sponsor some dietitians and things like that to attend a scholarship. So I know you guys would love that if we get to do that, because I want you to come and I want you to try the food and mingle with us. I hope next year more of you will be here in person. So, okay, who would you guys like to talk to? I guess we could ask thoughts, or do we have any questions, Ainsley? Okay, we have a question for Dr. Carlson, so let's look around and see if we can find her. I actually have a question for Dr. Carlson myself. Since they put me on the panel, I couldn't ask my questions. Okay, we don't know where she's at. She might have gone to the restroom, but it was about preterm birth. But I will say that I did not know until working for SNP that they could test, maybe you guys knew this, but they can test the amount of omega-3s in the blood, and that there's a certain percentage range that patients and clients are supposed to be in. And I think that we should start doing that and getting primary care doctors to do that and educating. I think you guys would agree. Oh, here's Dr. Carlson. She's got some red wine. I do. We have a question, and I'm going to read it. It says, I'm curious to know if Dr. Carlson has thought about extending her research into reducing preterm births in the multiple gestation population. So that would be like twins and things like that, right?
Yes, so I have not, but I would say if you're expecting twins, you should take more. You would take the high dose. That would be
like 1,000?
I would take the 1,000.
Okay, so did you guys hear that? If you're multiple, she recommends 1,000 DHA, right?
Yes, because each baby is going to take a certain amount of DHA, and so, yes. Just my advice, not based on science, but based on common sense.
So I have a question for you. I'm sorry, I know you're holding your bag, and it's probably heavy. But do you think that OBGYNs should be checking DHA levels in their patients, doing the tests we were talking about, all of them should do that? And what are the barriers? Labs aren't doing that, right? So how do we get that done?
This is the problem right now. They aren't doing it, and that's why I talked about that it's really remarkable that just knowing how much DHA women are eating is showing us how much they should be getting to prevent preterm birth. So that's the strategy we're following right now.
Do you think that labs will eventually, do you think that'll ever be something that...
Well, I think it's a way to make money, and I think a lot of people are going to be trying to do that, and I wouldn't argue with it because, as you saw, my study was based on labs that we measured in our, we knew what the biomarker was. But I will say the probability that you benefited from a higher dose if you consumed less than 150 milligrams was 0.99, which means virtual certainty that if you're taking less than 150 milligrams in your diet, you should be taking a higher dose, 800 or 1,000 milligrams. And you don't need to get a biochemical test for that. The probability was higher for that than it was for the biochemical marker.
So probably instead of getting hung up on the testing, they're doing better if they take DHA, and they're probably doing even better if they take more, right? Is it safe to say?
If they're taking early in pregnancy, if you know what your intake is, and it's less than 150 milligrams, you will reduce your risk of preterm birth and early preterm birth if you take somewhere in the neighborhood of 800 milligrams of DHA. That's what our study shows with 1,400 women. So.
Okay, you guys heard it from the expert, Dr. Susan Carlson. She also lives in Missouri, just like yours truly, so we're fellow Missourians. That's right. I'm going to go hang out with you in KC. Okay, do we have... Oh, we have another question for you. Sorry, she wants to drink her wine. Okay, we do like the questions. We appreciate it. It says, agreed. 10 years later... Oh, no, I'm on the wrong one. Dr. Carlson, did you say the amount of omega-3 supplement to take for anti-inflammation is 2 grams?
I think that was Gretchen Van Ice. I don't disagree with her, but I have not studied that.
That was from Gretchen, and she agrees, though. Okay. Oh, she's got to go. Oh, no. You're stranded. Oh, okay. Is it Harry? Okay. Okay. She's got to go. She's going to the airport? Okay. Safe travels, okay? I'll see you in Missouri. I'm going to go hang out with you. Okay. Anybody else that we should talk to? Ainsley just ran off with my question and answer things, so we'll just kind of mosey. Let's go over here and talk to Dr. Brenna. Dr. Brenna, I'm coming for you. But I don't really have questions, but people just want to say hi to you. Hi, everybody. You can see him on the screen there.
Oh, hi, everybody. You're way over there in the corner. Well, thanks for joining us. I hope you all have something like a drink at the end of the day, except the ones in California. But hell, it's lunchtime in California, right? So, or something like that. Anyway, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, yeah. Or as I like to say, it's Saturday somewhere. Maybe not, but all right, it doesn't matter. Anyway, thanks so much for joining us. And we usually get a pulse in seafood eating right after this meeting. Everyone understands that they better get back on the wagon and find something you like. I mean, seafood is 100 species. Beef is one species. Chicken is one species. Pork is one species. Seafood's 100 species. Why do we have one word for all those species? Octopus and
I like that new term, blue foods. I think that sounds
blue foods. I suppose that's blue because of the ocean, right?
Yes.
Okay, because I've heard of blue zones too, which would not exactly be in the ocean, right? That's something else. But we're doing other things with colors now, right? Okay, so blue is good. Blue is good. Anyway, so.
Get a drink, okay? All right. So that was him, the world-renowned Dr. Tom Brenna. Okay, let's go talk to somebody else. I want to talk to Dr. Telusty, but I don't have a question for him. I don't know what to say. Okay, we're going to go talk to Dr. Telusty. Oh, and Dr. Telusty is talking to a fisherwoman. So we have our online audience that's joining us, and they're asking questions. It's a lot of registered dietitians, and yeah. So would you like to say something to our audience, or we don't really have questions? We just want to say hi to you guys.
I'm just very excited to be a part of this group that brings together all sorts of different people in our food web, and just different places that we all have access to good food.
Where do you work, Amy?
I'm a commercial fisherman, and I fish the coast of Washington and also southeast Alaska. I catch salmon, cohos, and kings.
So could we be eating some of the salmon that you caught on your boat, or?
I don't think today. I didn't donate any, so it might not be here.
But is your salmon in grocery? Where can we find your salmon?
Actually, I belong to a seafood producers cooperative, which that's where you can find our fish, and you can buy that in a grocery store. It's if you look for it online, you can order online from the seafood producers cooperative and get any hook and line caught fish that are co-op sponsors or catches and sells, such as halibut, ling cod, black cod, all the salmon.
Very cool. We love having fisher women here. And then I would like Dr. Celesti to tell us about fat bears, because he told me about fat bears last night, and I've never heard of this. So that's my question for you. What is that?
There's a wild salmon run in Alaska, and the bears go and they eat the salmon as they're running upstream to spawn or breed. And the bears, they eat the salmon, put on weight so they can hibernate. And so there's, if you go to I don't know, fatbear.org or .com, but you can actually vote for the bear you think is going to gain most weight going into hibernation.
Fatbear.org.
Yeah.
But do they actually weigh the bears, or is it just kind of a fun little thing?
No, I think there may be a scale that as the bears walk over, they actually get a weight. So. Yeah. Okay, there we go.
So I didn't know that after this certain breed of salmon spawns, they die. So it's like a suicide mission, and before they die, the bears eat them, right?
Yeah, yeah. But it's part of the, we were just talking about the rivers on the West Coast. The link between the ocean and the land is the salmon. Because as the salmon come up and spawn and then they die, all those nutrients go into the forest. So
So it's like the circle of life.
Yeah, it is. And now you can sing.
I'm really trying to hold it in. I know. So now you guys know about fat bears. Oh, we have a question. We have a question for Amy. For the fisher woman, what is her favorite way to prepare Ling Cod? I just caught some in Alaska in June.
Awesome. Ling Cod is so versatile. It's a lovely fish. I like it better than halibut. There we go. A really, really easy way to make tacos is just to have your fillet of Ling Cod and put some canned or fresh salsa on it, cover it with foil, and put it in the oven to bake for about 20 minutes. And it's effortless, and you get this really yummy thing that you could either eat on rice or put in tacos. It's such an easy way to go.
That's a good idea, because the salsa kind of cooks into the cod and flavors it with onion.
Time to do a lot of handwork, and I would imagine a busy family doesn't have a lot of time either.
How long are you out on the boat? When you go out?
Anywhere from 1 week to 21 days, as that's about how long it takes to fill our hold with frozen salmon. So it just depends on how well those fish treat us and how quickly we find them.
So you hope it happens quicker so you can get home.
Yeah, and get a shower, which is really important.
Especially 21 days on a fish boat. You probably don't smell very good when you come home.
But we're all in the same boat, so to speak.
Dun-dun-dun.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was good. That was awesome. So she just rattled off a recipe just like that.
But, it's not fancy, but it is real, and it's actually real tasty.
I feel like fish tacos are something I would never get tired of. So, okay. Did you get a drink? Okay, we'll let you go get a drink. Okay, so you guys have heard from a few scientists, and you've heard from a fisherwoman. I'd like to get some more of our food, but nobody wants to feed me. Oh, right here, she wants to feed me. So I'll try one of those if you don't mind. What are they? What are these? They're what? Fried cheese? Is there seafood in it? Like a crab cake with brie. Oh, and corn? Oh, they said. I hope I like it because I'm on camera. It's good. Did you try them? What's your name? Alex is running the camera for us, so thank you, Alex. I told him to make me look good. Okay. Any more questions, Ainsley? You guys asked me some questions. Okay. Well, I think I want to go get a drink. So why don't we walk this way, and I will go get a drink. Can I drink on camera, Sandy? Okay. I'm doing it. I'm going to drink on camera. This is a beautiful building we're in. It's called District Architect Center in Washington, D.C. And I hope there's not a line. Okay, so we're just going to get a drink here. Watch out, there's a camera. Do you want to be on camera? Oh, okay. Okay, I will try. Are these the beers? Yeah, make me one fresh. What are you going to make me? It's a Grapefruit Spritz. Okay, Grapefruit Spritz. It has cinnamon in it? Oh. Has cinnamon, grapefruit, rosemary. And this is, again, why you guys have to come next year in real life. So you can enjoy the best part, which is happy hour. What's that? Sprite? Oh, it's sweet. Oh, I love that shake. Yummy. It's so pretty. That is a beautiful. Look at the little rosemary on the side. Okay. Oh, we need to talk to Linda because we just should do that. Linda, would you like to say something to our virtual audience?
Hi, everybody. How are you doing? This is Linda Cornish, and we had a really great time today at the State of Science Symposium. So much great engagement for everybody here, and I think we got a lot of good content from our scientists, our environmentalists, and also consumer communications experts. But thank you so much for joining us online today. I hope you had a really great time as well.
Yes, and we will send out like a survey after the symposium because we want to get your guys' thoughts on next year, what we should include, maybe what wasn't covered that you want covered, because we want topics that are relevant to you and interesting to you as RDs. Of course, as a dietitian, I want it all centered around dietitian type things, but we're trying to meet multiple audiences here. So, okay, let's go this way. It's a little bit loud over here. I know, they run away. Everybody sees me coming and they run. Okay, we're going to go talk to Arlen. Excuse us. Hey, Arlen, can I steal you? I just wanted to get like a quick 1-2 from you. Our audience right there, they're joining us virtually. So it's a lot of dietitians and just other friendly faces. So what would you like to say to them or tell them or want them to know?
Well, first, thank you for watching on Zoom. I was really nervous. This is the first time I've spoken in front of a crowd in almost 2 years. Oh. And I had to shake the rust off. But the message that I wanted to get out through the talk was really a couple of challenging ones. You know, one is the work that we've done around nutrition and health messaging has gotten us to where we are today. And it's not the message that's going to bring along those who don't already eat more fish and seafood for their health. In fact, the people who don't eat fish and seafood probably are partly doing it because they either don't care about their health if they're older, or if they're younger, think it's risky. The great news is that young people, not you, but other young people, are really into taking risks these days, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know, tell them to get vaccinated so they don't kill their friends and family. Not so much. Tell them to get vaccinated so they can go to a bar and restaurant. They'll do it. Or bungee jump or cliff diving or whatever. So there's a lot of risky, sexy, delicious things about fish and seafood that may be what gets, you know, that next group of young people to eat fish and seafood as often as I do.
You know, I noticed when they were talking about sushi and how there's sushi restaurants everywhere, I'm like, sushi is very trendy right now. If I eat sushi, I take a picture of it and make sure everybody knows.
Yeah. So there was a really funny thing that I know. It's gone now, but a lot of people take photos of their food, right? And it's how you can tell that a restaurant's really good is when people are taking pictures of their food. So there used to be this website called Food Spotter that would put all the pictures up. And then someone created Food Spotter, where you take pictures of people taking pictures of their food, so you can see which restaurants have the most people taking pictures of their food.
So a website of people taking pictures of their food.
Literally, when we studied it, we saw that the #1 growth item is octopus. And I personally believe not only is it delicious, but part of that is it is so photogenic on the plate.
I just had my first octopus in June when I was in Washington, D.C. Have you guys had octopus? Yes? No?
Yeah, so one thing is we learned a Portuguese cooking technique with no simmering. Hour on the stove with olive oil, hour in the oven, and I probably could have saved years of my life as a chef if I had known that I didn't need to simmer my octopus. We're going to put this up on our website at some point, but octopus is super easy to cook, and we found out that when you freeze it, it actually tenderizes it for you.
So do you like get all 8 tentacles and eat all 8 tentacles? I don't know.
Well, in Philly, we were part of a kind of a fish and seafood drop-off program, so we got our whole octopus debeaked.
Debeaked?
Yes, so no crunchy bits. So we clean it, we cook the whole octopus. There you have it, and eat it all. Wow. We invited our neighbors over when we first did this, and they stayed for 4 hours and ate us out of house and home.
Wow, so you can go to Arlen's house and eat octopus.
When we get home, we have a 6-pound octopus in the fridge to go
A 6-pound octopus?
Yes.
That's like me when I was born.
Yeah. Well, it's because your parents took DHA, because as we learned, if they hadn't, you would have been like 2 pounds.
Yeah, that's right. We know that now. All right, very good, Arlen. You have so much interesting information.
Thanks.
Yes, he has a lot of good information on like food trends and just things like that. I think that's really interesting. Thanks. I'll let you go have a drink. I'm going to set this down because it makes my hands cold. Oh, just chug it. I know, but I already am a little too loose, so I don't want to get too loose. I'll get in trouble. You guys are so fun. I like being able to see you. I see Leah and I see Elena. And I see Melissa Joy. It's hard for me to see some of the names, but okay. Do we have anybody else we want to bug, or are we going to let people enjoy their happy hour time now? What do you think? Any more burning questions that you guys have? Because I want to go eat. I think that's what. Oh, and also, if you are a registered dietitian, I will get you your continuing egg credit certification that you need. So just give me a couple days. I'll get back to the computer and I'll send all that information out to the RDs, because 3.5 hours, that's pretty good. And especially attending complimentary, so I think that's pretty awesome. Okay, so I think Ainsley she's my team member over here. She says she doesn't want to be on camera, but I know secretly she does. She's cute and young. But we are going to go get a drink, and we are going to go have some more appetizers. And I want to thank you guys so much for joining us for, I see little waves and hand claps. I'm glad you guys hopped on because we didn't know if anybody would join the Zoom link after, but it's so good to see your guys' faces and smiles. And you all look so happy. You must have had seafood for lunch. And they're nodding. All right, guys, we're going to sign off, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye. Okay.